Hey my greats, it's Ashley from Ashley Makes It, and I'm coming to you via voiceover to show you this great DIY. It's super easy. It's leather drawer pulls with some really cool hardware. So if you're interested in seeing how I made this, just keep on watching. Let's get into these supplies. You're going to need nuts and bolts, washers, an X-Acto knife or scissors, E6000 glue, a ruler, your fabric, and your cutting mat. First things first, you need to decide what size you would like your drawer pulls to be. I'm going to go with 7.5 by 2.5 inches for mine based on the size of my drawer. But you can do whatever size you choose or whatever size you feel comfortable with. I'm using my ruler here as a sort of straight edge just to make sure that my lines aren't crooked. But if you have more faith in your cutting skills, then you won't need to do this. But I know me, I'm going to make it crooked. So use a straight edge for me. And you don't have to use a ruler to do this. You can use whatever you have that is super straight and will work for this process. Okay guys, so the video is shaking a ton. And it's gonna keep shaking like that all throughout the video, and I apologize in advance. What had happened was I got a new piece of tech and I was trying it out on this video. It's great for getting the shots that I want, but if you move the table even a little bit, it shakes it like nobody's business. So I apologize in advance, you guys. So I'm done cutting my fabric. We have 2 pieces of fabric because one drawer pull is going to need 2 pieces of fabric. Now we're going to take our E6000 glue and glue the 2 pieces of fabric together. We're going to focus our glue on the edges because the ends are the most important part. Those are the parts that are probably going to fray first. So you want to make sure that you get those ends good and covered so that they do not come apart. Now that your 2 pieces of fabric are sealed up tight, it is time to add the holes. To do this, I am using a template that I created to add the holes in each one of my drawers themselves as a template for the holes for my drawer pulls. It is a scrap piece of wood that I drilled holes into so that I could standardize where I wanted to put the holes on each one of my drawers each time I drilled. So now I'm just drilling in the holes with my drill. If you have a fabric hole punch, you can use that, but I didn't have one, and this was easy to do. Now it's time to add the hardware, so bring out your nuts and bolts and washers, and this is option 1 for you guys. I'm just using the nuts and bolts as they are. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm taking my nuts, putting the washer behind it, and putting it through the fabric. After that, I'm going to take my bolt to secure it once I have it inside of the drawer. When you guys are drilling your holes, make sure you leave enough space in between so that you have a little room for the hands to go inside the drawer pull. You know, you don't want it to be flat. You want it to have a little bit of a lift inside of it so that you can put your hands through and open the drawer. And that's option 1. For option 2, I'm taking those same pieces of fabric, the same nuts and bolts, but I've just spray painted them this rose gold color. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Take my nut, put the washer behind it, and then secure it with the bolt. It's super duper easy, and that little pop of color jazzes it up a ton. Don't you like this one? I do. This is my favorite, and this is the one I'm going to go with for my project. So I know I said option 2 is my favorite, but option 3 is my favorite. So for this one, I'm just taking those same nuts and bolts, and this time I'm taking that bolt and screwing it all the way down to secure the washer. Once I have them screwed in, I'm going to take another set of bolts and secure them to the drawer the same way that I did the other two. This just adds a little height and dimension to the drawer pull as a whole, and it makes it look a tad bit more chic. Okay, great. So let's put it all together. See, my drawer already has this holes pre-drilled using that template I showed you guys earlier, and I'm gonna show you how I did that in a future video, so keep a lookout on that. It's pretty simple. You put the screws through the holes and seal it with the bolts. This is what it looks like from the back. Just sticking the nut through the holes and securing it with the bolt. Super, super easy. Here's the completed look. Do you guys like it? It's a super easy way to update any drawers in your room. You should definitely give it a try. Thanks for watching, greats. If you haven't followed me on my Facebook page, please do. Social media gets all of my DIYs first. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And stick around and watch the next video. Thanks, you guys. See you next time.